Hello dear student, welcome back again in our online lecture series. In last lecture we have discussed the electromagnetic radiations, the properties of electromagnetic radiations. So various types of electromagnetic radiation we have discussed, right from the uh, uh, radio waves to cosmic rays. The radio wave which have very highest wavelength and cosmic ray which have a shortest wavelength and higher frequency. So frequency is inversely proportional to wavelength, and some properties of electromagnetic radiation already we have discussed. Watch that video. Today we want to discuss the atomic spectrum. How this spectrum is obtained. What is meant by spectrum? What are the different types of spectrum? So today we will learn the atomic spectrum. So spectrum is nothing but it is the array of different types of wavelength. Array of different types of wavelength arranged according to the increasing or decreasing wavelength or frequency. So whenever we are taking some sample and we want to analyze that sample, so what are the different electronic environment for that material? So we are taking spectrum. The spectrum is nothing but the different types of wavelength which is obtained when the material is exposed to the electromagnetic radiation. Whenever electromagnetic radiation interact with the matter, some amount of radiation is absorbed, and some amount of after interaction some amount of radiation is given out. The radiation which is given out by the material is monitored, or the wavelength of that radiation is monitored by some instrument known as spectrometer. So spectrometer. What is the spectrometer? The spectrometer measures the wavelength of radiation. Wavelength of radiation. A spectroscope, a specialized instrument which is designed to monitor the absorbed or emitted wavelength of radiation by the material on interaction of electromagnetic radiation with material. So that instrument is known as spectrometer. So in order to get information, electronic environment of a particular material or particular atom, we are taking atomic spectrum. And what is this atomic spectrum? It is nothing but the a line spectrum which is obtained. These are lines obtained whenever a material is exposed to the radiation or electromagnetic radiation, or we are getting electromagnetic atomic spectrum when the material is heated on the Bunsen burner. For example, if we heat the sodium salt on a Bunsen burner flame, we are getting yellow flame. So this yellow color is nothing but the characteristic frequency, characteristic wavelength of emitted radiation, isn't it? Whenever you heat the potassium salt, it gives violet color. If you heat strontium salt on Bunsen burner, it gives red color, isn't it? So different colors is nothing but the different wavelength of visible radiation. We know that already we have discussed visible light composed of 7 different color, means 7 different wavelength, right from 400 nanometer to 600 nanometer, isn't it? So the atomic spectra is nothing but it is produced when material is heated. When material is heated on Bunsen burner or in discharge tube, the electrons excited to higher energy level, and during, 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 and during excitation emit the specific wavelength and the line spectrum obtained from line spectrum obtained on photographic plate is known as atomic spectrum. So what is this atomic spectrum? It is a line spectrum obtained by electronic excitation. What is this electronic excitation and de-excitation process that we want to demonstrate here? Suppose these are the different energy levels. Okay, so suppose electrons are here at ground state and we are providing some amount of energy or electromagnetic radiation or some photon, isn't it? Or some heat energy is provided to that electron. Electron absorbs that energy and goes on higher excited state, isn't it? And during de-excitation process, they emit some amount of radiation or a photon. That photon is monitored or passed through the prism, isn't it? Suppose this photon is passed through the prism or diffraction gating or some monitor, we are getting some bands, some lines on the photographic plate. This line spectrum having different wavelength is known as atomic spectrum. So this is atomic spectrum, which is nothing but the excitation of electron and during the excitation process which emit the radiation, which is monitored by the spectroscope. So this is atomic spectrum. Do the copy, then we will discuss further. Okay, we will continue our topic. We are discussing about atomic spectrum. So today we will discuss the atomic spectrum of hydrogen. So hydrogen spectrum is important one because on the basis of hydrogen spectrum, some atomic models were proposed that we want to study. The Bohr's atomic model is based upon the hydrogen spectrum, isn't it? So because there are we know that dual nature of light, then particulate and wave nature. So there are some drawbacks of Rutherford atomic model. So why the spectrum obtained, which is discontinuous one. Okay, so why there is quantum theory of radiation proposed that emitted radiation is in the form of quanta of radiation. So discontinuous spectrum is obtained. So we will study the answer of these questions, that is spectra of hydrogen gas. So to obtain the spectra of hydrogen gas, the hydrogen gas is filled in discharge tube. High voltage is applied to the discharge tube, and whenever there is during the excitation process, whatever the radiation emitted in the discharge tube, that radiation comes out through a slit, then passed through the lens and analyzed through the prism, or it may be analyzed through the spectrometer. So whenever we are passing the radiation which is emitted from the hydrogen gas and analyzed through the glass prism, we are obtaining different lines on the photographic plate. The bright lines observed on the photographic plate right from and monitor the wavelength right from 6563 or 656 nanometer to 4102 angstrom unit or 4100 nanometer, isn't it? So we know that conversion. So 6563, it is nothing but the red color, isn't it? It is red color. Then 4861, it is blue green color. It is blue green color. Then 4340, it is nothing but blue color. And 4102, it is violet color. So the radiation which is obtained when you are passing through the prism, all these are the ranges from, that is red light, blue light, green, then violet light. It is in visible region. Visible region. And a line spectrum is obtained like this. Such type of bands are observed. Then this one. Okay. So names were given initially H alpha, then H beta, then H gamma, then H delta. Okay. Initially names were given to these lines or bands to the spectrum. Okay. So H alpha, it is found to the in the range of, H alpha is in the range of 6563 Armstrong unit. Okay. Then for H beta, it is in the range of 4861 Armstrong unit. Then H gamma, it is in the range of 4340 Armstrong unit, and H delta, it is in the range of 4102 Armstrong unit. Okay. So the bands were observed, H alpha, H beta, H gamma. These bands are observed in the visible region. Visible region. The scientist Balmer in 1884, scientist J.K. Balmer observed these bands in visible region. So how these bands were obtained? So what happened during this electronic transition? So that we want to study in a short. Suppose we have a positively charged nucleus, then we have various shells. Okay, this is our first, second, third, then fourth, and so on. So what happened? Whenever electron de-excite from third shell to second shell, and during that process, de-excitation process, a photon is given out, and which is correspond to the wavelength which is correspond to wavelength, this one, that is 6563 Armstrong unit, gives a red light. Then whenever electron jumps from fourth shell to second shell, again photon given out, and which is correspond to H beta band. Whenever the electron de-excite from fifth orbital to second orbital transition, photon is given out, correspond to H gamma. And whenever electron jump from sixth shell to second shell, then again photon is given out, and the correspond to H delta band, correspond to 4102. That is which type of light? Violet, then blue, then green, and red. So such a type of electronic de-excitation and excitation process takes place, and we are getting an atomic spectrum of hydrogen. So these bands were explained by the scientist Balmer, and it is known as Balmer series, isn't it? There are various scientists work on the different wavelengths obtained in the hydrogen spectrum, like Parchan series, Brackett series, Pfund series, Lemon series, isn't it? So this various spectrum, line spectrum is explained by the various scientists, and on the basis of this atomic spectrum of hydrogen, scientist Neil Bohr put his atomic model known as Bohr's atomic model on the basis of this atomic spectrum. So in next lecture we will discuss Bohr's atomic model. Do the copy and learn the atomic spectrum.